Hello, my friends. Welcome to this week's Ministry Moment. It's good to see you again and good to be with you. This week, Thanksgiving has just passed, and we spent some time in the Peever household doing a little reminiscing. We had all the kids back for Thanksgiving, plus now we've had spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends added into the mix, which was really fun. And so we broke out some of the old home movies of when the kids were really small, to embarrass them in front of their now significant others. And it was a lot of fun. But it got me thinking back. I mean, we watched these videos of these little ones, and now here they are, so much older, so much bigger. And thinking, I never had able to envision what that was going to be like when they were that size, what life would be like. It's often hard to think and to really visualize much into the future of what we need to prepare for or what we need to get ready for. I remember, in fact, the very first time I really had that kind of thought. It was near the very beginning of high school, and I was taking a photography course. I love my different hobbies, as I think I've mentioned before, and photography was one of my first ones. And I was getting really into it, and so my parents gave me a photography course with a very well-known photographer in Ottawa. It was like 12 weeks long. It was really helpful and really great. And one of the very first things we did was talk about equipment. We all came with our cameras, you had to have that, but he wanted us to have a tripod, something that we could really steady our cameras on to take proper photographs, he said, to really be able to take our time with our photography. And he said we needed to think ahead while we were buying this tripod. It had to be not just the regular camera tripod. He was suggesting video camera tripods. Now, I'm going to date myself, but video cameras were huge at the time, and so tripods for them were really beefy, really strong. But he said, you want something that is going to take you forever with your camera. It's going to be hard. Now, you're going to go into the store and you're going to see the camera tripods, and they're going to be a quarter of the price of the video tripods. But you don't want to just think now for the next couple of years. You got to plan ahead for what you're going to use this for ahead. So I did. I spent a lot of money on a video tripod. And then when we were watching those videos of our kids when they were young, I realized that some of them had been filmed using, the video camera, smaller, but video camera on that tripod. I never would have thought of that far ahead. And then the amazing thing of now these videos that I've been doing, when I started my career 20 years ago, I never had envisioned that I'd be using my phone to film myself for YouTube, which didn't even exist then. But I'm filming this video on my phone, which is being held on that same tripod that I bought way too many years ago to mention. Again, I never could have envisioned what was going to come and where I would use these things, and yet that little bit of planning ahead has reached decades and decades and decades into the use of the future. And that is actually a tenet of the Christian faith. Jesus tells us in Matthew chapter 6 and in many different places of the Gospels that this life is meant for planning for not just now, but for the next life. That we need to be storing up treasures, not just here, but storing up those treasures that we're going to need for that next life with Him. Because part of the beauty of a relationship with Christ is that this is the short part of life. That He is with us now and wonderful, and this life is filled with gifts. But there is so much more to come. So much more to come. And so we want to make sure that we don't get so enthralled with what's going on here. It's like that original tripod, not to look at the cheap tripod that will take me for a few years, but to plan ahead for what I'm going to need forever in my photography career as it was. Christ says the same thing. Don't get so enamored with the things that are right in front of us now that we forget to make sure we build what we need to build for that next life, that relationship with Him. That relationship with Him that will help us now and will bring us into eternity. Well, that's it for today, my friends. It's good once again to be with you. I'm going to close down my tripod here now, and I will see you again next week. Take care, and God bless.